Breaker, breaker, 1, 2, breaker, breaker, 1, 9. Is it gonna work this time? I don't know. Let's see, let's go. So, we finally figured out what was wrong with this thing. And we changed the fuel pump. The fuel pump was working, obviously. I was riding the bike, but the fuel light was blinking 8 times, and you couldn't rev it past 9,000 RPM. So, the fuel pump comes as an assembly. It came with a new one of these. I believe this is the low fuel indicator, or they might still call it the fuel sender. And like the only thing I see wrong with it is the wire's exposed right here, and it's frayed right over here, exposing the wire. But as far as I know, it's still making contact. And then but it was floating around in the tank because the original fuel pump assembly came all apart when the bike flipped over when the guy tried to wheelie it. So, but the pump, like I said, it was working because the bike, it was running, it was revving. But anyways, I put in the new fuel pump assembly. This is the base plate. I'll call it the base. When I'm going to hook up all the lines, I'm like, wait a minute, there's no reserve. There's no return line. There's no fitting for the return line. And like looking in there, it looks like it has like those fingers you can squeeze to take it out of there, but I was trying to take it off of the original base plate, if I can get the original one out, I'll try to take this one out. But then I couldn't even get it out of the original one. I'm like, I'm just gonna break this thing. And if I break that one, I can't use the old one or the new one. So, looking at it, I was like, I can just use the OEM, the original base plate, and just put the new fuel pump assembly in there, because it's just these 4 fingers that hold it in there. But then, it's aftermarket, so it's got to be a little bit different. The fuel inlet was real tight on the new pump with the old housing, and the original O-ring didn't fit. But they had double stacked O-rings in here on the aftermarket pump, so I was able to use one of those. So long story short, we got the pump in there. We got a new pump with a new fuel sender unit, whatever you want to call this piece. I wish I just changed this piece at first just to see if that fixed it, but I already got it back together. If anybody's got a similar issue, comment me about it. Let me see what's going on with yours, if it's a similar issue to what I had. But yeah, so now it revs to the moon. And I had a video of when I took it all apart to change the pump, and then figuring out how to make the new pump work. And then that was Wednesday night. And then that night I took it for a test ride, and I was like, sick, it works. I was able to rev it as high as I wanted. Thursday night, went to the bike meet, went for the whole ride and everything. Then it's Saturday now. Then this morning I was like, let me go for a ride during the day, because at night the videos are they're not as clear. So I went to Red Rock Canyon, and I actually went into the scenic loop this time. And I'm just a banana head with technology, I don't know, but when I'm in there, it said there's a problem with the SD card and to reformat it. So I did, and not thinking, it erased all the stuff that I did all week. So I lost all that stuff. I got a little clip of when I went to Red Rock, and like the ride there and like the ride home after I got breakfast, nothing special. Blinking fuel light 8 times. Bike wouldn't rev past 9K. Problem solved. Thing I figured out. I didn't figure it out. I just, reading online. I found out how to put it in diagnostic mode where you can go through it also. I'll post a picture of that or something, how to do it. But yeah, it took a little figuring it out, but we got it done. So now it runs great. So now that we know it runs good, we can start fixing the cosmetic stuff. I'm not gonna go super crazy, but I'm gonna get new grips because this is chewed up. A new mirror because this is chewed up. I have a new foot peg for it. This one's broken off. And if I can find this plastic, an OEM one, with the decals, I'll swap that out. And I'm gonna get new seats. I found a set that's reasonably priced. So seats, mirror, grips, rear cowl, and then that's really it. It's got, the tires look pretty new. The chain's good. I had just changed the oil and everything. Oh, we're gonna do a windscreen too, because I got stained from the brake fluid when the brakes broke. And I'll get matching. I'll put the other matching clutch lever on. But yeah, it's gonna be like, I'm at like $1,200 all in right now, and then fixing the rest of the stuff I just pointed out, I'll be like around $1,500. 1,500 bucks. Run and riding. It'll have a couple scratches still, but it'll actually, even now it looks pretty dang nice. Oh, and I'll get new frame sliders. Maybe $1,600, because the frame sliders, they really do save the bike. God forbid you drop it. I mean, shit happens. It happens to everybody, but those frame sliders really do, it's just one little layer of protection before it really, considering this bike flipped over, I mean, this is the worst, this is the most noticeable thing. It's the thing on the tail, and there's some good scratches on that side, but they're not even terrible. I had a bunch of stuff broken. The fuel pump, the handlebars, the master cylinder for the brakes, the stator cover. It definitely took some damage, but yeah, we're rocking and rolling again. It's pretty cool. I'm excited about it. If you got any questions, leave a comment. Thanks for watching. That's it for now. Take it easy.